So now you know from the lesson that for germination, a seed requires moisture, heat, and oxygen. And as a fourth, some seeds, especially fine small seeds, also require light, like lettuce for instance. But that's not the case with all seeds. But all seeds do need moisture, heat, and oxygen. And they need those because those are critical to the respiration process that kicks off growth in the little embryo inside the seed. Now, one of the cool things about those three characteristics as well, or the three parts, oxygen, warmth, and moisture, is that if you restrict those, you can store seed for long periods. And the classic way of doing that is to keep seeds dry. If you want to save seed for next year for your garden, so long as you keep them dry, like 10% moisture, even if it's at room temperature, just keep them dry and you'll be able to keep your seeds until next year. Most of them are going to germinate. So just keeping them dry is the first important step to storing seed. But if you want to store them even longer, you can put them in a cold situation, so you remove or reduce the heat. I wouldn't put it in the refrigerator because refrigerators tend to be damp and we're trying to keep this seed dry. But if you put it in the freezer, then the seed can be stored a long period of time, 5 or 10 years. So long as it's dry seed, put into the freezer, it's going to store a long time. And if you really want to store it for decades, and I don't mean you at home, but for national seed storage banks, for security reasons, you can store seeds in the vapor of liquid nitrogen, extremely cold temperatures for decades. And then the third, oxygen, can also be restricted in order to maintain seeds even longer. So if you go to a seed storage repository like the USDA Seeds Lab in Fort Collins, Colorado, where they have a huge warehouse of seeds from all over the world, they keep them in foil pouches that have been evacuated of oxygen. And they keep them dry and they keep them under cold conditions, and the seed stores for a long time. So the point I wanted to make is, yeah, you know those three are important in getting seeds to germinate, but if you restrict them, you can also save seed for a long period of time.